Hello and welcome to Pillar Chasers 2, a Dead by Daylight kind of game. One person's a monster, everybody else is a survivor. You get coins, basic, not basic actually, because it has one key thing. All of the monsters are like creepypasta or analog horror villains, or just horror games, which is pretty cool. You get a lot of cool characters like Sonic.exe. There's Springtrap. There is also Vitacarnus Mimic, pretty goated. But today I am talking about the new update that came out like I don't know when. I don't know when it came out, but it came out not too long ago. Okay, first we're gonna talk about the new monster called Fueti. I think it's pronounced. He's the new monster, like I said, but he came from Al-Oni, from what I understand. He's kind of like, they like origin. He's around Al-Oni, kind of. You can actually see him in the lobby too, but we're just going to be looking at his abilities, not gameplay yet, because that will be at the end of the video, because I am still grinding for him. So let's just take a look at his two abilities and just his stats in general. Okay, we're going to talk about his first ability called Silly Rush. This is an ability basically kind of like Sonic's, but he can now bump into walls. And I think he's a bit faster on his. And you also like can't control like where he goes. It's just you hit the ability and he just goes forward. And he can bump into walls, which will stun him for a bit. It'll like knock him over and it'll like fumble. And if he doesn't hit anything, then he screeches to a halt and just continues. But if he does hit someone, he takes a lot of health, like so much. It makes him one shot after. He's a pretty it's a pretty powerful ability, and the cooldown is very very small, which is super nice because it's pretty good. It's a pretty good ability. And his other ability is like Al Oni Vision, which basically just highlights people on the map for a bit. It's a pretty simple ability. And his sprint speed is 21, which is around also Vitacarnus Mimic and Whist. He has 95 stamina, which is a bit lower than. It's 5 lower than the Vitacarnus Mimic. He does 30 damage per hit, so he's not a heavy hitter. A couple other of his, like non usable abilities. It just happens. Whenever you get a kill, you will sprint extremely fast for a small duration. Yeah, you just when you kill someone, you get happy and you scuttle across the floor a little bit faster. Um, attacking makes you sprint forward extremely fast, but drains stamina. So yeah, still, when you do try to attack someone, it will, you know, drain your stamina a bit, but also makes you sprint forward a bit as well. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. But I would say his abilities look pretty good so far, besides his damage output. But yeah. Now I have finally got enough to buy him, so I'm just gonna quickly take him out for a couple rounds and give you my thoughts after. After some time playing with the new monster, I can confidently say that he is a pretty good starter one, but there is some things you have to get used to if you want to get good at him. Mostly the fact that one of his abilities, Silly Rush, is a must have. You must use that like all the time. It's the only way to get kills with him. But other than that, he's a pretty simple, easy character to get hang of. It's just make sure to use Silly Rush. It's the only way to actually like play with him. Um, if you're Survivor against him, I'd say it's pretty easy to avoid him though. But during like long hallways, he's perfect for stuff like that. Like he does way more damage with the rush than his normal attack. So I would say that this is a pretty okay monster. He could probably be balanced a bit more on either side, but still, pretty good monster. Oh, and the rest of the update is just basically talking about some bug fixes and some balancing for, I think, the Fogborn, Whist, the Forest King, and .exe, but you can all look at that in the game itself. So yeah, I've already done enough research for this.